one area that Royal Caribbean really does reign supreme is their entertainment. I used to really believe that Norwegian was the best entertainment you could find at sea because they had these real production shows. But Royal Caribbean takes it up another notch, particularly on their bigger ships like Symphony of the Seas and Wonder of the Seas, which we're on right now. With Wonder of the Seas, not only do they have their full production show in the theater, they have their ice rink, which is the 365 show that was fantastic. And then they have their aqua theater, which you're taking a look at right now. And let me tell you, their spectacular show, Intense, at the aqua theater was fantastic. It was no holds barred. It had everything you could ever imagine in a Las Vegas show. It had acrobatics, it had the water play, it had gymnastics. It even had a guy from the Ukraine that was doing these phenomenal juggling acts. I'm not talking about the little juggling stuff you see down at the Carnival. This guy was spectacular. I mean, he looked really weird, he acted really weird, and the show was fantastic. So not only was it weird, but it was fantastic. I mean, he did his thing. So the Intense show here in Royal Caribbean was fantastic. It was a 90% female show. They made sure to say that. But they had high divers coming in from, I don't know how high that was, but my God, they were diving into this little pool from, 100 feet up, 50 feet up, something like that. I mean, it was really spectacular. And then they did the show, which was interesting. They did the show at 11 p.m. So it was a very late night show, wasn't very full. But those performers really did give their all. It was one of the best shows I've ever seen at sea, bar none. So the Intense show is a must do. And can you believe this is included in your fare rate? I mean, that is just other level. I'd see it twice if I can. I waited till the last day to see it, but I would see it twice. It was just that good. Saw the new show on the Wonder of the Seas tonight, which was their new Tap Factory show. It's actually not a new show. It's a show that I actually saw back on the Odyssey of the Seas in January. It's a fantastic show, but something was different this time. They actually doubled the cast. They actually went from at least twice as many cast members as they had before, and there were some more elaborate acrobatics on the show and some other very cool things that were different this time around. If you have a chance to see Tap Factory, definitely go see it. There are no audible words in there except for hey, but outside of that, it was a fantastic show with just beautiful tap dancing, something worth your time. So I went to see Jamie Allen, the magician, here on the ship on the Wonder of the Seas. He did a fantastic show, magic show. Some of the tricks I've seen before on other ships, but he had a great technology spin to his magic, and it was a good show. It was interesting that not a lot of people turned out for it. It's very interesting. We picked up about 1,000 people in Rome, so now should be up to somewhere around 4,000 or 5,000 passengers, and I'd say the theater was about half full, and he was only here for 2 nights, so very interesting. But I did enjoy his magic show and the neat little technology spin that he put on it. Really enjoying the music on the ship. High Frequency is performing right now at the Music Hall, which is not Jazz on 3, does everything from rock to Motown to singer-songwriter. Even the jazz orchestra was there. So fantastic group. I really enjoyed High Frequency from Romania. So just finished the 365 show, which is their Ice Spectacular. Now, the show was a lot of choreographed dancing with some contemporary songs as well as traditional songs. Very well done. There were some really spectacular stunts and moves and choreography. So I definitely enjoyed the show. Just a quick little peek into the 365 show here on the Wonder of the Seas in Studio B. So Voices was their pentatonics like a cappella show.
that really did hit the mark. It's something that didn't show up really until the last day of the cruise, or the second to the last day of the cruise, but it was spectacular in the way that they set this up. So it was an a cappella singing performance, but all of the instruments and the people, doing the instruments with their voices was all pre-recorded, and they layered that on these tiles on the LED screens, which was really, really cool. And they went all the way back to the 50s with some of these songs, all the way up to Boyz II Men, to contemporary stuff. And the singers were very talented, which I really enjoyed this show. And it had a great message as well.
Basically, they had a quartet jazz group playing in there most of the night from 9:30. I think I went in there at 10:30, 11 o'clock. They may have been 11:30, and they were still playing in really traditional jazz. Very, very talented players. So I definitely appreciate that they brought the jazz into the music hall, because I did love Jazz 3 on Symphony. I was there almost every night, but I have the feeling I'll be in the music hall just as often, because this quartet was spectacular and really did have a nice groove going. So if you do get on the Wonder of the Seas and you love jazz, definitely check out the music hall late at night. Fantastic time there.